Your challenge, if you choose to accept it, is this.
Let's go! Let's go!
Show up on day 1, work out with us for 30 minutes, feel good right away.
Yo!
Repeat 5 days a week for 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
5 workouts a week.
We're Body, and we call that a body block.
You pick the block and you're going to love the experience.
On week 4, this part is really important. Take the week off. Seriously, we mean it. Rest. Go on vacation. Or try something new. Maybe some yoga.
Notice you're not holding on to any tension here.
Or a dance class.
Get sexy with it, daddy.
You do you. And then start again.
Be committed to this process.
Choose a new body block each month. Get a new challenge each month. Have fun every day. Avoid burnout.
You're not going to quit on yourself today.
This is how you reach your goals. You in?
There is nothing that we can't do if we work together.
Sign up for your first body block today. Visit body.com for a free trial. That's BODI.com.
Are you ready to get started?
Timothy, put the Kettel on.
Welcome to Timothy Put the Kettel on, where I, Sarah Kettel, and my co-host Timothy R. Andrews are talking hospitality, bringing you solutions to the issues we're facing and inspirational stories from the incredible people who make up our hospitality industry family. This podcast is shared on all major platforms, iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Spotify, and it's marketed on social media. So we are delighted to welcome today our guest, Jane Pendlebury. She's the CEO of HOSPA, the Hospitality Professionals Association.
Hello, Jane.
Hi, Jane.
Hello. How are you both?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
Yes, I'm good. Thank you very much for having me. It's great to be here and to see you both, although others will only be listening. I get the privilege of seeing the two of you as well.
I'm loving how you getting your earphones to match your outfit.
Well, yeah, you've got like a monochrome thing going on.
Yes, well, I have multiple colours, depending on what I'm wearing.
Like my shoes. The most important question of the day is, what are you drinking?
Cup of Earl Grey tea.
Nice. What about you, Sarah?
Not so classy. Water. Going for water today.
I've got some nice Huangshan Maofeng, which is green tea.
Easy for you to say.
It's green tea from the side of the Yellow Mountain tea region, courtesy of CuriousTea.com.
Okay, so Jane, can you give us a whirlwind tour of your career journey through hospitality to date?
Well, I worked in hotels as I was growing up and did a BSc in hospitality management. And during that, I did a year out at the Royal Bath Hotel in Bournemouth, which at the time was a beautiful 5-star hotel owned by De Vere. So I went right through all the departments and really enjoyed my time there, so much so that once I graduated, I went back there and worked again. Before moving to the Castle Hotel in Taunton, where I ran the front office. I was approached across the reception desk there by a hotel booking agency that happened to be based in Taunton as well. Their managing director used to come in for lunch quite regularly, and I just got to know him and he offered me a job. So I worked with them, and they transferred me to London to run their conference office. I started working as a volunteer with HOSPA, and then I joined as their membership and events officer for 2 years before I was promoted to CEO in 2016.
So Jane, who are HOSPA?
HOSPA, the Hospitality Professionals Association. We've been around for over 50 years now, started life as the British Association of Hospitality Accountants. We are a UK-based organisation offering networking, best practice, sharing best practice. We do a lot of education, specifically in finance, revenue management and asset management. And we put on an annual conference each year where we bring a lot of hospitality senior people together. Our typical members tend to be director level or owners and tend to fall into the category of finance, technology, revenue management, asset management. And we have a very close relationship with the HMA, the Hotel Marketing Association. So we have a lot of sales and marketing people through our relationship with them as well.
Brilliant. You've actually had a really important role to play during the last year. Tell us what HOSPA has been doing to reach out and provide support.
Gosh, yes, it really has been a terrible time for our industry. But it didn't take us long to realize that actually we could play a really valuable role, whether it was sharing experiences or helping formulate new best practices. I often tell this story about taking a phone call from a commercial director for a number of London properties, hotels, and he told me what he had done in order to close the hotel ready for their first ever closure when we went into lockdown in March 2020. He read out this long list and said, right, what have I missed? And I was thinking, goodness, there's a lot on that list that I wouldn't have even thought about. But that immediately got me thinking that everybody was going to have this same issue, because unless they were a seasonal hotel, they weren't used to closing the property. So with his permission, I started to put a document together about what to think about when you're closing the hotel. So that's just one example of how we were able to share experiences. We tried to be a very positive voice throughout it as well, because there were lots of people who had to deliver good and bad news and guidelines on what we could and couldn't do. And that was being done so brilliantly by the government and by UK Hospitality that we thought that our role was better off just being as positive as we possibly could. So we delivered webinars trying to share, again, useful information. We prepared lots of sound bites for the national news, for BBC and the newspapers. And one of the key things we did, along with sharing formal and informal advice from either professionals in the industry or fellow operators, was stories of good deeds, what people were actually doing to do good for either their local community or for key workers or for their internal staff. There was so much good going on in the industry, from housing the homeless to feeding key workers to preparing meals for the NHS, all sorts of things going on. And so we tried our very best to share as many of those as we possibly could on a special section of our website dedicated to the good deeds.
So that's what this podcast was originally designed for as well. So it's a great honor to have you on as a guest. Talking of your website, you actually have some really good advice videos, as you've said. And could you tell us a bit about your recovery package?
Yes, hotels last year, they were on a massive learning curve through, as I've mentioned, how to close, then how to open, how to close again, and that all the communications associated with that. When we were discussing internally what we would do for this final reopening after this pandemic, we thought, what can we do to help hotels now? And how can we do it a little differently and make it easier to access? So what we've done is we've asked our expert partners to come up with really short videos, just delivering a snapshot of advice on what they think they can do to help make businesses recover more quickly and more effectively. So whether that's across revenue management, marketing, finance, all these different bits and pieces, just short, sharp, visual advice. So we've categorized it into those various different topics. It's all on video, but with further reading behind it if you want to investigate a little further.
So Jane, I know you've got events coming up. You've got seminars that you're running through your website.
All of our webinars, all of our masterclasses, they're always recorded, and we've got a section on the website that's dedicated to them. So they're forever there, but just on the website, there's a link to future ones if you want to book on and watch them live, or any of the historic ones. The key event that we do year in, year out is our annual conference. We call it HOSPACE, which is HOSPA with a CE for Conference and Exhibition, HOSPA, HOSPACE. When we made up that name, we thought we were being very clever because it was a play on the word space as well, but nobody gets that, but we still sit there smugly thinking, what a clever name HOSPACE is. We ran HOSPACE last year in 2020, but it was a pure hybrid edition. It was really run from a studio we had the limit of 30 people in the room. This year, we're hoping to open that up to about 400. We will also be broadcasting it for our international guests, because we understand that they may not be able to travel and they may not want to travel to London for an event, but we're hoping to do a full person face-to-face event on the 18th of November at the Royal Lancaster Hotel for all of the great and good of the hospitality industry.
Fantastic. What sort of advice would you give to people that are working in hospitality right now, or possibly even considering a career in hospitality?
Hopefully everybody who was working in hospitality will be able to get a role back in hospitality, because I know that sadly we have lost a lot of people from the industry through redundancy, and a lot of them have gone to work in other industries. But I'd like to think that we haven't lost any good people and that they are going to come straight back. But it is very magnetic industry. I've always loved working in hospitality, and I did have one little blip in my career when I was tempted away by more money to go and work for a business outside hospitality, and I didn't like it at all, and I ran straight back to hospitality, because it's such a great team atmosphere. Working hospitality is absolutely full of opportunity for quick promotion if you're working hard, and travel, lots of opportunity to travel. Your skills are so transferable. Anybody joining the industry, I would say, don't worry about starting if your job seems horribly junior or something that you had aspirations to do better. Just take any job. You will soon be promoted if you've got the right attitude. It really doesn't take long, and there's lots of amazing stories of people starting out cleaning bedrooms and ending up as hotel general managers. No, once you're in it and you like it, then you will succeed and progress through the ranks very, very quickly.
That's so true. I've always thought that anyone who leaves hospitality who's enjoyed their time in it is simply leaving tied to a massive piece of elastic, which eventually is going to pull them all the way back in.
Yeah.
Yes, it did happen to me. Yes, I know that from experience. Jane, can you tell us where we can find your website?
The website is HOSPA.org, so HOSPA.org.
Jane, thank you so much. It's really great, the stuff that your organisation is doing, and it's just really, I feel that organisations like yourself represent what has been happening from a lot of people in hospitality, and actually how passionate we are about our industry. And it's just so wonderful to have people like you talk about it and let them know, because we also, Sarah and I, are fully aware of people that don't know these things are happening, and and it's really important that they get the support that's required. And we're going to enter some interesting times, and let's help each other out.
Yes.
Put the cuppa down. Question time.
Jane, you're about to go in. Okay. So, got it? Right.
Okay, ready when you are.
Okay, Jane, that sound represents our round, Put the Cuppa Down, which is a quick fire round in which you have to answer questions with one word or the first word that enters your head. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
What's your favourite colour?
Blue.
What is your most used emoji?
A smiley face, or maybe the crying laughing.
What's the one thing your mother or father taught you that completely changed your life?
The most valuable bit of advice I got from my father was not to be afraid of the unknown.
Where is your happy place?
Probably anywhere where my children and my family are.
If you didn't have to sleep, what would you do with the extra time?
Sort that drawer out that I've never sorted out.
If a movie was made of your life, what genre would it be, and who would play you?
Be a romantic comedy. And Meg Ryan, I was once told I looked like her on a plane, and I've hung on to that ever since.
Have you ever tried to do something that you know you'd be really bad at, and what was it?
Bell ringing, church bell ringing.
If you were stranded on a tropical island, what one thing would you want with you?
A tap with gin and tonic.
What's the last thing that you liked on social media?
A HOSPA post.
I thought she was going to say Timothy Put the Kettel on episode.
Do you want to rerun that question?
What do you think of, Jane, when I say fruit?
Beautiful fruit bowl.
Do you like your cereals crunchy or soggy?
Crunchy.
Microwave pies. Pies or stew with a pastry lid on?
Microwave pies.
Jane, are you also thinking, what is a microwave pie? Because I'm kind of thinking that
Is a
right
pie what you microwave?
I don't think I've ever microwaved a pie or a stew with a pastry lid. So if I had to microwave it, I would choose the stew with a lid.
Okay, is soup a beverage?
No.
Where do you put cheese on a cheeseburger?
On top of the burger and underneath the top layer of bread.
Oh, she's a professional.
Gosh, that was very specific.
And that's it, Jane. You're off the hook.
No more stupid food questions.
No more stupid food questions. No.
Thank you. Thank you for those rather crazy questions. No, it's been really fun. No, it's nice to meet you both again. And meet you, Tim, I know. But no, it's been really good.
Yeah, it's been really lovely. Thank you.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much. It's lovely
Awesome.
speaking to you. Have a
All
great
right.
afternoon.
Lovely to meet you,
Thank
Jane.
you.
Yeah, take care.
Take
Bye.
care.
Bye, Sarah. Bye,
Bye.
Timothy. Bye. Bye.
Thank you for listening. Please share, subscribe, and like. We look forward to you joining us in the next episode of Timothy Put the Kettel On, available on iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and YouTube.
Timothy, put the kettle on.